All right, Black Power. This is the Seti, and I'm black at y'all ass again with this real fucking talk. Black Power. It's gonna get touchy today, y'all, because I know I got a lot of biblical freak niggas out there today. You know what I'm saying? Hooping and hollering and shit. You know, catching the Holy Ghost, but can't catch no freedom. You know what I'm saying? Can't catch no paper. Can't catch no wealth. Catching the Holy Ghost. You understand what I'm saying? Falling in line behind all this biblical bullshit. Not understanding that it's crippling you niggas. Crippling you. Ain't nothing you could do with it but throw it in the trash. You understand what I'm saying? That's all you could do with it. Niggas find a little couple of verses in the book here and there that supposedly justify a nigga being the true Hebrew and all this garbage. You understand what I'm saying? And don't even look at the other verses that condemn all black people to servitude, extermination, slavery, and so on and so forth. And I'm here to tell the facts that all African tribes in the Bible are cursed. And most motherfuckers that done real studies in the Bible know this. You know, but they always run to the sugar. Little Sugar saying, oh, Jesus' feet was black. So was goddamn Leroy. But that didn't stop that motherfucker from breaking in other niggas' house. So I know fuck black feet don't make a nigga holy. Y'all looking at little shit. Oh, Jesus, they say Jesus' feet was black. And they say Jesus' hair was woolly. Huh? Yeah. So, that's insignificant. It's a whole lot of niggas got woolly hair. Killing niggas all up and down this motherfucker. Black feet and woolly hair don't make a nigga righteous. Don't even make him African. Because some of you motherfuckers got black feet, woolly hair, and some of you niggas think you white. White in your motherfucking mind. White. Okay? So y'all looking at insignificant shit. You're not looking at the core teachings of the Bible, which is clear that all African tribes is cursed. And if this be so, why is you niggas up there crying crocodile tears for this shit, passing this shit on as it's something that our people can truly use for liberation? We're going to talk about this shit today. We're going to talk about it. Because some of you niggas still out there keep putting this biblical garbage out there, but won't come to the people with the true facts. Let's deal with this. Let's start throwing blows. I ain't gonna goddamn keep talking. Let's start throwing blows. I already got my shit lined up. You know what I'm saying? And I seen, many Hebrews who know their Bible, they admit to it. That's why they hate the African. Y'all don't understand that. They're always talking about Africa. The infidels, the heathen, the cursed one. I wonder why. Let me line my shit up. Let me get on this ham shit. Nah, I don't even need to go, because y'all can go back in there. I got so many, I'm going to find the other ones. Nah. After the flood, let's deal with it. After the flood, the so-called flood that never happened, you ain't gonna have no motherfucking flood wiping out everybody on the motherfucking planet, and then you motherfuckers come off the boat and build motherfucking pyramids in goddamn a year after that, or less than a fucking year or two. How in the fuck you got to repopulate the goddamn earth before you can start pulling all them goddamn blocks and shit? That's stupidity. But I'm going to start right there with the flood. But see, I start shooting shit in that already. Y'all talking about the flood happened around 2500 BC. And you got Egyptian kings, Ethiopian king sitting on the throne, ain't even talking about no goddamn flood. See, you got to look at motherfucking perception when they say wiped out the whole planet. And you got the goddamn Europeans in fucking 1400s still talking about You will sail off the side of the goddamn planet. So what is your perception of the world? You don't even know it's continents across the water. You believe that if you sail out in that goddamn ocean, you going off the side of the goddamn planet. So when a motherfucker say, the whole world, what is your perception of the motherfucking world? That's a motherfucking question that got to be asked. Okay? And so the book opened up in Africa. So damn what? It says the Garden of Eden was in Ethiopia. Okay? And everything after that goddamn verse is down motherfucking hill. Down motherfucking hill. Okay? Yes, it said, but you know, they try to manipulate that now today. Goddamn it, and say, oh, it's in Asia some goddamn where. And got the commentary in the goddamn Bible trying to mislead people to, you know, yes, it's Ethiopia in Asia, but that's Ethiopia minor. That's not Ethiopia major. Those are the children of the dominant Ethiopians from Africa. I'm gonna deal with y'all niggas today. Y'all not getting up off of this. I'm gonna put this heat on y'all ass today. All you niggas out there. So if you biblically inclined, you gonna get a bruise in the day. Your spirit gonna get a bruise in the day. You can go get God. You can go get goddamn Jehovah. You can go get Ezekiel. You can go get all Melchizedek, Enoch, and all them motherfuckers. And I'm gonna have them niggas run. I'm gonna have them run up out their goddamn sandals trying to get away from me with this fire. Cause y'all know y'all motherfuckers is clearly out of line. Okay? Now. Okay? Now, it's the book opened up in Ethiopia. Okay? In the Garden of Eden. I don't want to go off into Adam and Eve. That's a whole nother subject. Garbage. But it's garbage yet and still. And then, you know, clearly humanity is so wicked that God, who's so perfect, so divine, created all these wicked motherfuckers. Now, if you God, I mean, I can understand that, you know, if you get a couple, you know, you get a couple bad apples in the bunch, you know what I'm saying? Even for God. Okay, God, but goddamn, you got to clearly murder the whole fucking planet, and then you're going to create a law talking about thou shalt not kill? What kind of shit is this? You double talking on me, nah? But you supposed to be this so perfect God, created the whole planet, the whole universe, everything in existence. Everything seemed to be perfectly in order. The sun ain't fucked up. The moon ain't fucked up. But somehow you created humanity and they rotten to the goddamn core. Well, damn it, your hands was the one that went down in the damn ground and molded these motherfuckers. You the one blew in their goddamn lungs. Huh? So what would be the odds that the majority of all of humanity would be evil, so to the point that you got to wipe out everything on the goddamn planet? See, we talking some real shit today. So God fucked up from that point because your goddamn creation gonna turn on you like that? And you talking about these is your children, everybody always talking. I wish my children ain't never turned on me like that. What would be the odds of all your goddamn children? You's a rotten motherfucker then. If all your children go bad, you's a rotten motherfucker. That's just the bottom line because your children reflect on you, nah? I'm tired of y'all motherfuckers always talking about this the Father, the All Father, and this, that, and we as children, and all of this garbage. God damn it. Nah. Let me keep moving. Nah. So wicked, everybody on the planet, that God say, tell one motherfucker, Noah. Huh? He's upright. Even though he fell out on the goddamn boat, drunk than a motherfucker and naked and shit and exposing himself in front of his family, how upright can you be? Imagine my children come in and I'm laid out on the fucking floor, drunk, and all my person is all out in the open. That's real upright. Y'all motherfuckers got some hell of a standards, man. Y'all got some hell of a fucking standards. So this man is the man that God tell to build a boat. Huh? And I'm going to stick to the cursed tribes. But as I go down, I have to hit on certain points. You understand what I'm saying? This man got all these animals from all over the planet. You can clearly go to every continent and see that some animals are just distinctively from that continent. And I guess them motherfuckers got a round trip ticket because they went on the boat and then end up back where the fuck they came from. So I guess they got a motherfucking round trip ticket on American Airlines. You understand what I'm saying? They flew to Noah, and then once the fucking flood was over, and when, imagine that much water would have crushed every fucking thing on the planet. This shit would have been craters. It been cratered. It wasn't no way possible. It would have destroyed the dirt, every fucking thing. This bitch would have looked like, nigga, 3,000 atomic bombs blew up on this motherfucker. The depths in the ground, it would have tore all that shit out of there. And so, obviously, God, fixed that back. He went to home, Better Homes and Gardens and shit. And, he filled all these goddamn craters all over the planet and shit with dirt and shit and planted some more trees and shit and all that. And everything was perfect. Okay? And then everybody got on back on their flight back to where they could. You got marsupials that come out of Australia, kangaroo. You got pandas coming out of China. You understand what I'm saying? You got gorillas that only come out of Africa. You got, you got certain animals that just only come out of Africa. Then you come to the Americas, you got animals. So I guess they all got a round trip ticket on Delta Airlines and flew over to Noah. Okay, and then they got on the boat, and then from that point, everybody else on the earth was destroyed, and Noah, his wife, his 3 sons, and their 3 wives. But on the movie, Ham didn't get no wife. Ham didn't get no wife on the movie, and so he was mad at that, because Japheth and Shem got a woman, okay? And so Ham was so mad that he ends up, he fucked Noah. I'm just going to be 100. That's what the Talmud say, okay? And when you watch the movie, Noah, the one that just, the most recent one, with that white boy that all, you know what I'm saying? I forget that white boy. And every motherfucking thing. Russell Crowe. Whatever the fuck his name. I think his name is Russell Crowe. Played Noah. And do you see in the movie, they don't show it while it's happening, but you just see Noah on the fucking ground, butt fucking naked, and you see Ham walking off. That's some bullshit. And you know who Ham is? The patriarch of the African tribe, including Ethiopia. I'm going to talk about you niggas today. You're going to take some blows today. You can go in there and try to justify anything you want. These verses are in the Bible. They're just as valid as any other verse, so you can't take one verse and put it over. This is some bullshit. So the patriarch of the African tribe, Ham, who was the father of Ethiopia, the father of Egypt, the father of Canaan, and the father of, I think, was Punt. Okay? Let me make sure that's right. I'm gonna make sure that fourth son. Let me make sure that was right. Okay? Let me make sure that was right. But I know for a fact that his sons was Ethiopia and Egypt. There you go. Yep, Punt. Which they say Put, P-U-T. Cush, Egypt, Put, and Canaan. Okay? And so, we're going to run this shit down. We're going to run this. So the patriarch. So, he shamed Noah. And so when Noah woke up out of his drunkenness, this motherfucker, he don't curse Ham particularly. He cursed Canaan. Which is the son of one of the sons of Ham. Now, Ethiopia is the oldest, okay? Egypt was the second oldest, to my understanding. Then you had Punt and Canaan. Now, how the fuck he know he gonna name one of his sons Canaan? Huh? How did he know that? He didn't name the first one Canaan. He named him Ethiopia. He didn't name the second one Canaan. He named him Egypt. He didn't name the third one Canaan. He named him Punt. So, if a motherfucker say curse be Canaan, why would the fuck you even name one of your sons Canaan? You got away with it with Ethiopia. You got away with it with Egypt. You got away with it with Punt. Well, so if a motherfucker gonna say curse be Canaan, what would make you even name one of your sons Canaan in the first motherfucking place? How would he even know that he would have a son named Canaan? How would he even know what name he would have used for any of his children? What if he would have had daughters? How did he, he didn't know how many sons the man was going to. So he say, curse be Canaan. Okay? So right there, you got the patriarch. The patriarch. That's the motherfucker that founded all African people. According to the Bible. Okay? So he fucked Noah in the ass. That's what the Talmud say. That's why it's in the fucking movie. You don't like it? Fuck you. Because truth gonna prevail today. Truth got to prevail today. You see what I'm saying? Fuck Noah. He done fucked Noah in the ass on the boat. So he's a homosexual. It don't say that in the Bible. But all throughout the goddamn, these other books, which, have dominated the minds of most, that, you use it. Most of you motherfuckers dipping off in the Kabbalah. You know what I'm saying? Most of you motherfuckers dipping off into the Apocrypha. Okay? Y'all dipping off into the Apocrypha. You can go into all these goddamn denominations. All you motherfuckers got different amounts of books. From the Catholics to the Protestants to the Bible of Ethiopia. All of them got different amounts of books. Okay? So you're dipping off into the Apocrypha. You're dipping off into the Talmud. You're dipping off into all these other wicked books. Regardless, he was cursed. Even in the Bible. It don't say it fucked him in the ass, but it say he defiled his father. He defiled him. Say he made fun of him. And so, goddamn, just because you make fun of a motherfucker, you gonna curse his baby? Not to mention that this is his grandson. So you mad at your son, and you gonna curse your grandson. Okay? Say a servant of servants. Now that's even lower than a slave. Say a servant of servants. You shall be. Okay? A slave of slaves. You gonna do this to your grandbaby? You that mad at you for just making ridicule of you because you laid out, nigga? Like a fucking fool, and you supposed to be a holy man of God, and you butt naked on the boat, drunk, then a motherfucker fell out, and your son I laugh at your silly ass too, nigga. But you upright. You upright, nigga. You should have been out there in the water with the rest of them sick motherfuckers then. You doing shit like that, falling out in front of other men and shit. You ain't got no respect for yourself and your family to be falling out like a fucking drunkard. You's a damn fool, nigga. You ain't no goddamn prophet or no man or no God. And then you gonna curse your grandbaby. So right there, you didn't already curse two of them. You didn't curse the patriarch. Number one, you didn't curse his baby. And then this is your grandbaby. Okay? And said a servant. So who is he going to be a servant? To Shem. Who is Shem? The so-called Hebrew. Said he would even be a servant of Japheth, which is supposedly the European tribes. Don't mean they're white, just mean that they're Europeans of the European so-called continent, which ain't a continent because it's connected to Asia, okay, and Africa. You can walk right through the Sinai Peninsula from Egypt into both, without having to go through any water. Okay? You can cross the mountains, go right over into Europe. It's just that goddamn simple. Go right into Asia without crossing any water. So them motherfuckers talking about a continent is a large landmass surrounded on all sides by water. And this motherfucker on the end of Asia. That's so, y'all so silly. Y'all so silly. But anyway, so Canaan, see, good old and God put this curse on the people. Oh God, oh beautiful God, who don't favor no people over another people. And then you allow this man to curse a child that haven't even been born, ain't even committed a sin. You understand what I'm saying? And then you motherfuckers got enough nerve to talk about when we spit on this white. Oh, these ain't the white people of old. They didn't do that. They didn't do that. But you gonna curse a baby that ain't been born? What kind of shit is that? So sometimes the curse is revisit by your goddamn descendants, the shit that you do wrong. Okay, you're justified in one instance, and when black people say you motherfuckers owe us, well, we're not the white people from back then. Bitch, shut up. Shut up. You sitting on all the wealth your wicked ass great-great-grandpappy and great-great-grandmammy handed down to you, bitch. If you would have inherited what your goddamn foremothers and forefathers brought with they nasty ass from Europe, you wouldn't have a fucking shoe to go on your motherfucking foot. Okay? You stole every fucking thing you got, beast. All right. So, he curses, and so Shem. We're not even thinking about this. Because I'm going to hit on some motherfuckers because I love you. Because I want to wake your ass up out of your misery. Because you got to be in misery to be living out some garbage like this. And like I said, it's supposed to be a flood. You see, now they talking about the earth was created 4,100 and some odd years BC. Okay, I say BS. Before Seti. Okay? And AS is after Seti. Okay, so all that shit that you hear before Seti, that's BS. BS. Before Seti. Now y'all about to get the AS after Seti and get your mind right, because y'all niggas is crooked. And then they say the flood happened somewhere around like 2500, 2400 BC. And then you can go to the king's list of Abydos. And you can see 76 kings. God damn it, over 2,000 years of kings on that king. Ain't no break in the list. How in the fuck? And then you got these, in the pyramids, the pyramid of Saqqara was built around what the white man will say 2700 BC. Okay? So you mean to tell me y'all niggas come off a flood with 8 people, and then in 100 years or so, y'all motherfuckers building pyramids? Where did y'all get the people from? Y'all got to repopulate the planet to drag all them goddamn blocks, to build all them goddamn pyramids all over the damn planet. And y'all sitting up here talking about some goddamn 2400 BCE. It was some goddamn flood that washed out the world. Well, you didn't tell nobody else. I don't give a fuck whether you hear floods. They're not synchronized or the same as the flood of the Bible. Everybody can have flood stories if they live by goddamn rivers and live by lakes and the motherfucker overflow. Shit, you gonna always have flood story. That don't mean it's one damn flood, that you just living in an environment where it be catastrophe every so often. Because the flood will overflood, the river will overflood, the lake will overflood, and it will submerge many dwellings, of the people. You understand what I'm saying? So there will be stories of flood. That don't mean it wiped out everything on the damn planet, fool. Y'all silly. And so, he's cursed to be a slave of his own uncle. Shem. You got to understand that Canaan is the nephew of Shem. Okay? We got to understand that the Ham is the brother of Shem. So you're going to curse your grandchild to be a slave to his uncle, his two uncles. Is you niggas retarded? How sick can you niggas be? I mean, imagine that in your own family right now. Huh? Granddaddy gonna curse his oldest son's grandbaby that ain't been born to be a slave to one of his other sons? That's some shit you can rock with right now today? Huh? What is, what was, what will be. If it ain't right today, it ain't right yesterday. What the fuck is y'all niggas talking about? Do y'all even read this garbage? Do y'all even read this goddamn garbage? Okay? And another son, a son of Ethiopia. A son of Ethiopia. Nimrod was a Cushite. Built the city of what they call Babel. And y'all niggas say, down Babylon. Down Babylon. Which is a Cushite city. Let's be clear about that. Don't know. I want one of you motherfucking. I want you to step to me. I'm gonna cook your motherfucking ass. I'll cook the shit out of you. It's time to quit goddamn smoking and choking and twisting that shit up and not dealing with the motherfucking facts. So Babylon is Cushite domain. And I hear, because it's facts. If you're going to spit the shit out of your mouth, then you should be able to stand on that. Because we always say, down Babylon. Which is a Cushite nation. A Cushite domain. Nimrod is the son of Ethiopia. See, when I say that every tribe in the Bible that's African is cursed, I mean it. You can't find one that's not cursed. And niggas who's supposed to be African is propagating this garbage. Okay? Let me talk some shit with y'all. Let me talk some. Ezekiel 29, verse 10. Therefore, behold, I am against you and against your streams, and I will make the land of Egypt an utter waste and desolate, from my dog to Serene, as far as the border of Cush. As far as the border of Cush. Okay? He shall become ruler of the treasures of gold and of silver, and all the precious things of Egypt, and the Libyans and the Cushites shall follow in his train. See? You're stealing all the precious things of Egypt. Even Egypt. Egypt and utter waste and desolate. See? And the land of Egypt are utter waste and desolate. Wait a minute. I saw the tents of Cushan in affliction. The curtains of the land of Midian did tremble. Okay? I saw the tents of Cushan in affliction. Okay? The curtains of the land of Midian, which was Ethiopians too, did tremble. Okay? Wait a minute, hold on. Isaiah 45:14. Thus says the Lord, the wealth of Egypt and the merchandise of Cush and the Sabaeans, men of stature, shall come over to you and be yours. Okay? The wealth of Egypt and the merchandise of Cush and the Sabaeans, men of stature, shall come over to you and be yours. They shall follow you. And that must be what's happening today. That you niggas is following these motherfuckers. But this ain't no, this ain't the reason why. Because your ass been trapped into this motherfucking, this genie lamp, which we call the Bible. Your spirit has been trapped, nigga. And everything, you believing in a God that you cannot prove. And the God is the one that's ordaining this shit to happen. We got to talk to God. See, we got to have a serious talk with God. A sword, Ezekiel 30, verse 4 to 9. A sword shall come upon Egypt, and anguish shall be in Cush. When the slain fall in Egypt, her wealth is carried away, her foundations are torn down. Cush and Punt and Lud and all Arabia, Libya, and the people of the land that is in league shall fall with them by the sword. By the sword. I can go on and on. So where you niggas talk about all this shit where Ethiopia is looked at as one with Israel and all, that shit don't mean shit compared to all the other verses and chapters that show Egypt, Ethiopia, and all of their brothers and sisters in slavery, being robbed by these wicked motherfuckers, and it's ordained by this God. We're going to have a talk with this motherfucking God. We're going to have a talk with this God. Okay? We're going to have a talk with this God. So now we didn't discuss Ham. We didn't discuss Canaan, which was Israel before Israel. Okay, you stole the motherfuckers' land. And I'm going to show you where God told these motherfuckers to commit genocide on the people. Wipe them all out. Now, how in the fuck you going to be down with a God and a people, a God that ordained, and I'm going to show you where they was peaceful people. When I read this one, I just couldn't take it no motherfucking more. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't take it no more. I couldn't take it no goddamn more. I had to really, I got to amp up my fire on these motherfuckers for trapping my people's minds into this garbage. Where you gonna follow a God that has ordained genocide on your people. You're gonna have to wake up today, nigga. You're gonna have to wake up today. Okay? You're gonna have to wake up today. Wait a minute. So, before I get to that, Egypt. Let's talk about Egypt. And the 10 plagues. The 10 plagues of Egypt. Let me bring that up. The 10 plagues of Egypt. Turn water into blood. The fish die. Frogs, biting insects, and wild animals. Okay? Livestock, disease and boils. Locusts, darkness came upon the goddamn land. And then the firstborn of all of Egypt were killed by the angel of death. See, these are African people. Okay? Talking about they enslaved some goddamn camel jockeys. Huh? Always at the door of Egypt begging for a morsel. Couldn't even feed they motherfucking self. Don't talk about that. Don't talk about that. You've been coming in and out of Egypt for thousands of years. But all of a sudden, you was made a slave. I wonder why. Because y'all was some traitor motherfuckers. When your motherfucking daddies and your brothers came in to conquer Egypt, you sided with them. That's what happened. Okay? But any other time you at the doorstep of Egypt begging for a morsel because you couldn't feed yourself out there in the desert. That's a goddamn lie. Nobody gonna feed themselves out in no goddamn desert. You knew all of the vegetation and all the spices and the herbs and everything that you always longed for was in the Nile. Okay? And so you got the Passover, where the Hebrews put lamb blood over their doorway so that the angel of death would pass over them. Okay? And everybody that did not do that, they firstborn was murdered by the angel of death all over Egypt. So you hear the cry, and these motherfuckers got a holiday called the Passover. And you pussy ass niggas, get out there and celebrate the shit in honor of the death of African babies. Something mentally wrong with you niggas. Something mentally wrong with you niggas. Got holidays celebrating the murder of African children. And I guess some of them were, firstborn don't necessarily mean you had to be a child, but African children and African men and women. You're just the African people. Okay? I'm the firstborn. Okay? I wouldn't have made it out of there. I wouldn't have made it out, according to this book. You think I'm gonna follow some garbage like this? Some fuck shit like this? Y'all got a holiday? So we talked about Egypt. We talked about Nimrod. We talked about Canaan and all the other ones because they were in league with their brothers. So including them. So that right there show you from Ethiopia, though y'all can go in there. And so the question becomes, how did y'all end up on the side of the Israelites against the Canaanites? The Canaanites are the brothers of the Ethiopians. But y'all chose to say y'all from the bloodline of Solomon. Even Queen of Sheba, was Hermetic. What's she up there doing up there, messing with that foul man? Rape the woman. I got to do that. I got to do that one. You understand what I'm saying? Just show you how they disrespect us. And people make a goddamn religion out of it. Y'all better wake up today, man. Y'all better wake the fuck up. Every African tribe in the Bible is cursed. Go back and do the research. It's there. Okay? So this is the General Seti saying, hey, go behind the motherfucking scene. Don't just look at this surface shit. Do your own motherfucking research. Go from Ham, go to his sons, and go to their sons, and see if what I'm saying is not the truth. That every African tribe in the Bible who come from Ham, the patriarch. Now this shit is garbage, but this is what's in the Bible. And then you got family saying down with Babylon. Okay, down with Babylon. A Cushite domain. Ain't saying down with no cracker shit. Not down with America. Not down with and this, that, and third. Down with Babylon. Down with a Cushite nation. They was jealous because our people were megalithic builders. So while they was over there in tents and they seen the Ethiopians, they were jealous and they wrote goddamn false scriptures to degrade us and to demonize us because of our greatness. We cannot accept this. We cannot accept this today. So the question is, if you're Ethiopian, how did you trade on your own brothers, Egypt and Canaan, to now accept the scriptures of those who committed genocide on them, including you, including the Ethiopians? And the God that you say is the God we should worship ordained this shit. Y'all niggas fucked up. And then I did a video while all the faces was lighting in Ethiopia when I looked around. Now I see why. It's justification. It's justification, man. Y'all niggas is falling in a bottomless pit. Wake up today, family. Wake up. It's time for us to make the change. We can't keep going down this wicked road of destruction. This is the General Seti saying, hey, arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Black power.